Welcome to highlights of the 2026 Martin House Otley Grand Prix. Criteriums are inherently chaotic, and the fourth stop of this year's Rapha Super-League raised the bar for sheer volatility, pushing the pre-race favourites to their absolute limits and keeping the final outcome shrouded in doubt until the final metres of the home straight. The action ignited on lap 1 as Draft's Ollie Giddings surged up the Barras Lane ascent, fracturing the piece before the peloton could even find its stride, and that aggression defined the racing from the start. Giddings resisted the pack for a single lap, but a pursuit spearheaded by National Champion Matt Bostock and Alpecin Premier Tech's Cameron Mason neutralised his advantage. Seizing the moment, Mason launched a swift counter-offensive of his own to gauge the field's response, before choosing to recuse himself back into the safety of the main group.
This pace to go on the attack, and Bostock is seemingly happy to let him go, and I don't think Mason's that sure about it. He is going to push on and he's going to be joined.
Yeah, so Cam Mason putting the power down. Matt Bostock seemingly happy to let them leave.
A temporary drop in the pace provided an opening for an aggressive four-man move, as Tom Martin, Olivia Mangum, James Hartley and Joe Shillabeer forged ahead. But their ambitions evaporated when Cameron Mason's attempt to cross the gap dragged the peloton right along with him. The relentless rhythm continued unabated. Rapha's Ollie Wood was the next to attempt a solo escape, surviving out front for a single lap before Seb Grindley shut down the move. At the midway point, the complexion of the race shifted drastically. The main field fractured into pieces just as Matt Bostock suffered a devastating mechanical issue, forcing the national champion out of contention. Seizing on the favourites' misfortune, Aaron King, Dan Barnes and Oliver Dawson capitalised on the confusion to break away. With Bostock sidelined, Cameron Mason stepped forward to control the narrative. He powered a formidable chase group, pulling Ben Tuckner, Tom Armstrong and Joshua Giddings with him. Yet, just as this selection threatened to run away with the race, cooperation broke down and the charging peloton swallowed them whole. The winning move finally crystallised with a mere 4 laps remaining. Attacking once again, Mason escaped the pack alongside Joe Shillabeer and junior rider Harper Johnson. 1 lap later, Joshua Giddings put in a massive dig to bridge across, routing out a powerful leading quartet. The drama, however, was far from over. As the bell echoed to signal the final lap, Ollie Wood launched a ferocious chase from the bunch behind.
Oh dear, I don't think they're going to join back on. It's Cycling Sheffield again on the front, pulling the bunch along, but it looks like Cameron Mason, Joe Shillabeer led Harper Johnson for 360 Junior Race Team, Cameron Mason, Joshua Giddings and Oliver Wood now.
Anticipating the threat of Wood's resurgence, Joshua Giddings countered immediately, launching a solo strike well into the final lap, just as Wood bridged the gap to the remains of the breakaway. I'll hand you over to the commentators for a thrilling finale.
He looks so smooth, Joshua Giddings, but is Ollie Wood going to get to him in time as we come through the last few corners of the race? Surely he's going to have it. Surely this is Joshua Giddings. As that group of 3 still behind, Cam Mason leading them. This must be now Joshua Giddings. I don't see any way. I don't see any way that Ollie Wood can catch him. It's going to be Joshua Giddings as he comes around the final left-hand corner of the day. 150 metres to go then. The cameras show it. I don't think Ollie Wood... Who is he going to get it? Ollie Wood doesn't have the gap to make up. And it is going to be Joshua Giddings takes the win for Lotto Intermarché.
For a heartbeat, it looked as though the spectators would witness a thrilling catch. And ultimately, Giddings dug deep enough to withstand Wood's onslaught, crossing the line mere metres ahead of a rapidly closing Ollie Wood to claim a brilliant victory. Joe Shillabeer secured the final step on the podium in 3rd, while Harper Johnson narrowly bested Cameron Mason to take 4th. A truly spectacular display of town centre racing in West Yorkshire. Thank you for tuning in to our Otley Grand Prix highlights, and remember to like, subscribe and enable notifications for all our future cycling coverage.